Study with Manjula. I am your friend Manjula Sri here with the chapter Introduction to Chemistry Part 3. In Part 1 and 2, we have learned about the science, the alchemy, chemistry, the branch of science and many more. Today, we are going to learn about the importance of chemistry. Why it's important to learn about the chemistry? Because chemistry used in many activities, like it plays a vital role, means it plays an important role in many activities such as industries, textiles and many medicines. Pharma means it comes under the medicine, food and agriculture, you can see here, and many minerals, many petroleum products, dairy products, dairy products like milk products. So chemistry used in many of these ways. So in that, the first one we are going to learn about food and agriculture. Now, how is chemistry used in food and agriculture? So a person along with the air and water which we take, food is also important for a man, right? So with the increase in the population, the agricultural number should also increase. So with this, so what happens normally when it will not rain, the crop will not be come. Not if it will rain, it will be okay. But if the floods will come, then what is the time? Then what is the situation if you not get the crop at the time? So even at the drought time, and even when the rain will not come, and even at the floods time, it's difficult to grow crops. So then there will be no food for us. And even when we just grow the crops, some of times birds will come to eat and many insects will come. So how to protect? So with these all struggles, we have to fight only with the chemicals. We should fight with those. So we should be against, and with the increase in the population, we should increase in the agriculture even. So with this help of the chemistry, we are developing our agricultural processes. So in that, the first comes the fertilizers. Now what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are some of the chemicals which is used to increase the yield. Now what is the yield? Yield is nothing but the strength, the goodness of the soil, or even known as the fertile. See, in the word fertilizer we can find the word fertile. Okay, fertile means what? The goodness, how the quality of the soil. If the soil is good, then the crop will automatically, it will be good and healthy for us. So these fertilizers, when the crop is not good for growing the crop, then these fertilizers are used to increase the yield of the soil to grow many crops. And next comes the pesticides and the insecticides. These are used to kill pests and insects. So in the word pesticides we can find pest, and insecticides we can find the word insect. So pesticides are used to kill pests and insecticides are used to kill insects. Okay, the next comes the fungicides, which protect the crop from fungi. Fungi, the word is nothing but the plural form of fungus. Fungus, you know, there are 4 microbes like fungus, bacteria and virus. These are the 4 microbes. These we'll learn in biology. Okay. So the crop, see how the fungi is formed is like when in a place when the water is stagnant, when the water is just remaining in the place for many days or for many years, not just or 2 to 3 days, for many days, if it will remain like that, a greenish layer or a very greenish type of layer, and it is very sticky, like the structure will form. So that is known as fungus. So it will affect the crop. Why? We will pour the water. So when we pour, the water will get stagnant, and fungus will form there. So these fungicides protect the crop from the fungus or the fungi. Okay, and next comes the preservators. Preservators, these are used for preserve the food. You know what is preserving the food? Preserving the food is to store food, like nowadays we are getting tinned vegetables in the tin packets we can find, and many of them, like even the meat we are getting, like nowadays a new product had come, delicious, right? When fish and chicken are used in that, right? And next, many tinned and baked ones like soya beans is there, no? Soya beans, those are preserved in one place, right? So for them, if we preserve it, if we store it for many days, it will get spoiled. So without getting it spoiled, they will use some of the preservators, which are some of the chemicals used to preserve the food and keep them fresh. Okay, so these are the some of the chemicals used in food and agriculture. You might get a big doubt. See, these are the chemicals. So these are used in the agriculture. In that agriculture, whatever the crop we are getting, we'll eat that, right? So when we are using these chemicals on that, would it can't affect us, right? On which we are spraying these all fertilizers we'll use, pesticides we'll use. Whenever we are using these, then again the same crop we are taking and we are just cooking it like vegetables, many of them. Then can't they affect us? Why chemicals are used? Can't it affect our body? Right, this is the main doubt you should get if you understand this. See, there is a small example I'll explain you. See, if you will get any fever or any of the cold or any of the cough, any illness, doctor will prescribe you a medicines, right? Prescribe you a medicine. Then if you take the medicine, it will only work on the whatever the disease you have got it on that place. It will only affect that medicine, but not in any other ones. Though if the dosage is more, then it will give any side effects, right? So in the same way, these fertilizers only affects on the crop but not us. Okay, so with this we have completed food and agriculture. The next we are going to learn the next importance of the chemistry. Okay, now the next comes the mineral and petroleum. So this petroleum, now where we get this petroleum? Petroleum is obtained from the underwater of the sea. Okay, like we can take crude oil we can get in Mumbai. In Mumbai near Bombay High. I think so. If you have learned before about the Bombay High, there we can obtain crude oil from which petroleum comes out. So these are the 5 products of the petroleum. So these are known as the petroleum products. One is petrol and diesel we use in the vehicles. Next comes the wax, which is used in crayons, candles, crayons, colors. Next comes the kerosene. Kerosene, sorry, a small spelling mistake. Kerosene we use in like generators as well we use, and for cooking some of the gases will be there. We'll use kerosene in that, and as well as for firing it, any dry ones. And next comes the paraffin, which is used in medicines like skin lotions it's used, and as well as in the making of the candles also it is used. Okay, so these are the 5 petroleum products. Now from the petrol, how we are obtaining these? These are obtained from many chemical process. By adding many chemicals, we are getting these all. And next, petroleum we have completed. The minerals. What are the minerals? Minerals, like many elements we will get from the ground, like mining. You know mining, like going into digging the hill, and or as well as any mountain, and undergoing the mountain and finding many ores. Ores, the mixture of many minerals, like there is an iron ore. In iron ore we can find many other elements, not only iron, many other elements also found, like along with the iron we can find sodium, or as well as the sulfur or as well as the zinc. Only solid ones we can find. Okay, and these are all known as the ore. Ore is nothing but the mixture of all minerals. So these minerals are separated in many of the industries through chemical processes. With the hand we can't separate them, right? If we separate them in the iron, we can even get the small pieces of sodium or the zinc even. So these are separated with many of the chemical processes. Okay, so this chemistry is also used in mineral and petroleum factories and industries even. Okay, the next we'll go. Here with the industries, the third one. First we have learned about the food and agriculture. Next we have learned about the mineral and petroleum. Now we are going to learn about the industries. In industries, these are some of the industries in which chemistry is used. In many industries it's used, but the main ones we know are these. One comes the dyes. You know what are the dyes? Not DICE, dyes, not any Ludo dyes. Dyes are colors which we give to our clothes. Like, say for example, if you paint any substance, when we wash it, it will go away. But when we give color to any dresses, like for example, take your mother's saree. Okay, there are many different colors we can find, but when we wash it, the color will not fade. It will fade, but it will not wash away the color totally. So these dyes are used to give them a permanent color. Okay, the next come the drugs. Drugs are not any other bad negative ones which you think. Drugs even comes under the medicines even. If we use in drugs, there are two types. One is bad, one is also there, and as well as the good ones. So these good ones are used in the medicines. See, when you take a cough syrup, many of them will say, if I take any cough syrup, I will get sleep. It will be drowsy. So these drugs are used in a little more dosage, so that if you sleep, the cough automatically in the sleep it will go away or it will cure. Okay. The next comes the paints. You know paints. If you are any big artist, you know about it, right? If you paint it, okay, with the brushes will paint, and where drawings will do, and even crayons, colors. So these all comes on the paints. Next comes the plastic. You know plastic covers, plastic dolls, toys, and plastic buckets, boxes. Many things we can find through plastic. See, plastic is only one of the substance through which, see, if we take a bottle, plastic bottle, we'll drink mineral water from outside, right? If we buy it, then afterwards we'll throw the bottle. So again, these bottles get manufactured in the industry, in the plastic industry, and again from the bottle, when it will change it may change to any other substance. Not only the same bottle will get any other substance, they will change off. Plastic can be recycled. The next comes the fiber. You know fiber we'll use in cloth, and as well as jute fiber, jute bags we can find, and fibers we can use in the woolen sweaters. So these all comes under fiber. Next comes the petrochemical. We have already learned in the minerals and as well as petroleum. Petrochemicals, like what are the petrochemicals? Like petroleum products, petrol, kerosene, oil also comes under the petroleum, and diesel and wax, paraffin. So these all comes under the petrochemical. Next comes the pharma. This is the new word you may learn. Pharma is nothing but the medicine industry is known as pharma companies. Many pharma companies you can find. And next comes the textile. Textile comes under the cloth industry. Okay. Then next comes the paper. Paper you know. Okay, in the books we can find. Next come cleaning agents. What are cleaning agents? Soaps, detergents, dishwash. The main ones you know. Cleaning agents like detergents like Tide you know. Next comes the soaps. Many soaps are there. Santur soap, like that many of them. And dishwash, Vim soap. Okay. So these all comes under the industry. The next we'll go further. Okay, now we are going to learn about the medicines. The main important, along with starting we have learned food. Food is important, as well as with those all, medicine is also important. Okay. First comes the aspirin. These are the common medicines we use in our daily life. First is aspirin. Aspirin is used for headaches, fever, or any pains like many of them aspirins are there like Move, Jandobom, and Volini. These all are there. In India we can find these. Okay. The next come paracetamol. Paracetamol is used for multi-purpose. For fever, we'll use paracetamol. Next come antibiotics. Antibiotics are against the fever. Like in antibiotics, we can find many things. Here the anti is the negative form. Okay, anti means the negative form. So whatever the disease we are getting, to fight against it, anti to it. Okay. The next comes the penicillin. Penicillin is used for many things like for fever. It's like an injection. Okay. And next comes the antiseptic. What is antiseptic? Again came the word and not and the against form, the opposite word for septic. Now what is this antiseptic? Like we can find antiseptics like Dettol and Savalon, new ones we have got. Not sanitizers. I'm not talking about sanitizers. Antiseptic lotions like Dettol, Savalon. Okay. Now like antiseptics are used. See, if you get any hurt or any of the injury, which not like things will give you swollen up pains. It will only give you like cuts or any injuries. When you will use this antiseptic lotion, then it will take care of that hurt or take care of that wherever you got the hurt without getting it spoiled. If you will get spoiled, it will get very bad smell from it and even many germs will enter through it. So without getting like that, this antiseptic will protect you. Next comes the tetanus. Tetanus is also an injection. So this tetanus injection is also used when you will get any hurt. Okay, like if you will use this tetanus, it will fight against the germs which are entering through the cut, and as well as it also clots. It also blocks or even clot the blood near the cut where you have got, and you will get a rough structure on that. It will cover the hurt. Okay, so these are we use in the medicines. Okay, so with this we have completed the part 3 of introduction to chemistry. Even there is the part 4. In that we will learn again some of the importance of the chemistry. Okay, so with this we have completed. Till then, stay home, stay safe and stay happy. Thank you. Tata, bye bye.